The name of the show is called Dynamite, but I'm sure Madison Ray's head feels like dynamite after she was planted on top of her dome. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling for your AEW Dynamite review. For the 21st of February 2024, Madison Rain took a nasty bump to the head. I hope she's okay, but I'm not okay. I feel like I've took a bump to the head sitting through 2 hours of this. Look, we're going to quickly get through this. I'm not going to rant for like 2 hours about how shit this show was. What I will say is we got RVD, we got Ric Flair. You know, we got people on this show that I actually like, but the show still sucked. So, not quite sure how that happened. But I'll tell you one reason why it happened. We kick off, first match of the night, Blackpool Combat Club taking on FTR, and it went to a 20-minute time limit draw. Why does anybody want to sit... This is the beginning of the show, okay? You want to start this. You want an exciting start to the show, a fast-paced start to the show. You want to know what's happening. You want the first like 20 minutes to set up the rest of the night. But did we get anything like that? No, we just get a boring 20-minute time limit draw. I mean, why do people think we want to see these two teams in a match that means nothing, and a match that's got nothing on the line, go 20 minutes? Nobody wants to watch that. Other than sad bastards that love fucking wrestling. But people that watch wrestling that just don't want to see the in-ring side of things, the fucking four bums that aren't over. People that don't want to see that. People that want to see the larger-than-life characters, the storylines. People that want to see that. They ain't going to sit through 20 minutes of garbage. And I wouldn't be surprised if AEW lost a lot of ratings here. Probably a lot of the fans tuned out at this point. I felt like tuning out. Just 20 minutes, it goes to a draw, then we get a brawl, everyone comes out, security comes out, referees come out, some of the jobbers for the back come out, they try and pull them apart. There's then a spot where Claudio grabs Dax Harwood, or the other one, whoever he's called. I can't remember his name, so I'm just going to call him Dax Harwood, even though I know it's the other guy. But he sucks so much I can't even remember his name. So Claudio grabs him around the neck, but Dax thinks it's a member of security, so he doesn't even fight it off. And then Claudio's just awkwardly got this guy, like he's got his arm resting around his neck, and they're just standing there, even though a minute ago they were trying to kill each other, but now he's like resting his arm over his neck. It's like, what the hell is going on here? That sucked. So yeah, we got a 20-minute draw, and this is just so we can set up a match for the pay-per-view. Really, another match between these two teams that means nothing. Why go 20 minutes when you're having a rematch at the pay-per-view? Fucking retarded. No, seriously, if you're doing this match at the pay-per-view, why go 20 minutes on this show tonight? That just never... When would that ever happen? When has that ever happened in wrestling? When would The Rock and Austin go 20 minutes on fucking national TV? When would they go 20 minutes on Raw just to get a shitey time limit draw so they can go to WrestleMania and face each other? That would never happen. Like, that's pish booking. So a guy's got no... Surely you want to protect your pay-per-view matches, so therefore you don't want to give too much away. You don't want the guys to be in the ring. You don't want the guys to be wrestling non-stop before the pay-per-view. But in AEW, it seems to be the go-to thing. That's how they set up feuds. That's the story. There is no storylines. The story is, well, these two teams faced each other. Nobody could get the upper hand in 20 minutes, so they're going to have a rematch at the pay-per-view with a no time limit. That's it. That is the only reason these teams are fighting at the pay-per-view. Garbage. Fucking garbage. Orange Cassidy was with Renee Young. Renee Young spoke about his past week, saying how it was hectic. He's flew to England, he's flew here. I wish he'd fucking fly off the face of the earth. I hate Orange Cassidy. He sucks. He takes on Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett beats him up for the entire match and then loses. Orange Cassidy wins, even though it was obvious he was going to win. Why not just do a DQ? Why not just do a count out or something like that? Why beat Mike Bennett when the whole story is that Orange Cassidy's done? He's beat up. He's hurt. He's injured. He's not really supposed to be medically cleared to compete tonight. They could have done something like that, but no. They have Orange Cassidy come back. The guy's like the size of a toothpick, yet no one can keep him down. He comes back and he wins every single match. I mean, the amount of... Orange Cassidy might arguably have the best win-loss record in AEW. If you look at Orange Cassidy's win percentage, he might have the best. I don't understand why Tony Khan has this guy win every single match. I'm beginning to think that Tony Khan has shat on Orange Cassidy's head, and he doesn't want a case similar to McMahon and Janelle Grant. So the only reason he can stop Orange Cassidy from coming forward is by letting him win every match. That's what I'm beginning to think here, because it's actually insane how often Orange Cassidy wins. I couldn't even tell you last time the guy lost a match. Has he even lost a match? When was the last time Orange Cassidy did not win? Someone explain that. It's been a long, long time. A very long time. Angelo Parco is getting a date, so lucky man. But then we find out his date is Ruby Soho. Not so lucky man. But I tell you what, she actually didn't look that bad tonight. She had a dress. She got like absolutely no cleavage or whatnot. Maybe should have wore a padded bra. I don't know. It's just like a kitchen. It's like an iron board full of tattoos. Very weird body type for Ruby Soho, but whatever. They go on a date. This car arrives. Ruby Soho thinks the car is their lift. She thinks it's for them, but Parker's like, nah, I don't have any money. I'm a bum. You're dating me. We have to get a taxi. We have to walk. And then Ric Flair gets out the car. He's upset. He tells Renee that he's upset he's not a bigger part of Sting's last match, so he's going to explore some other options because Flair thinks he deserves better. He knocks on a door. The door belongs to the Young Bucks and they want to talk, so that's it. We don't see Flair again. We don't see the Young Bucks again. And it almost felt like this was legit because Ric Flair is a crybaby bitch, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's genuinely upset that he's not a bigger part of this. At first I thought maybe he was shooting live on TV, but it's Sting's retirement match. It's not Ric Flair's retirement match. Ric Flair has no right really to be in this. If Sting wants him to be involved, then great, get him in. But Ric Flair has no defined right to be a part of this, and I just don't know. I don't get it. Like, I mean, you want the focus to be on Sting, not on Ric Flair. There's no payoff, okay? It's not like, what's the point? Ric Flair coming in, teaming up with the Young Bucks. It's not like you're going to have Flair versus Sting at the next... Well, maybe that's the plan. Maybe Sting will postpone his retirement and it'll be Sting versus Flair. But I just don't understand why they want Flair to be a big component. Why have Flair switch sides? You can't really do anything with Sting and Flair at this point of the game. So I just don't see the point of setting up any potential feud between the two. But, I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Christian then, no, not Christian. Danny Garcia came out, did some gay dancing. He wants a shot at the TNT title. Christian comes out and basically cuts a promo on his father, says he knows who his mother is and his dad's dead. And I thought this was pretty funny here. He's just basically bashing his dad like he always does. Christian says David Garcia is your father and your father is dead. Christian then talks about Garcia's late great father, but then says he wasn't so great. He was a loser alcoholic that lost his life to the bottle. And then Christian said he wants Danny Garcia to realise his full potential, and he doesn't want to be Garcia's opponent at Revolution. He wants to be his father. Like some Star Wars shit here. I am your father. So, Christian, I mean, the guy's good. I like but I mean, I don't know if we need the father. I mean, does he need to bring up everybody's father? I think when he done it once, it was pretty good, but is he going to reference everyone's father now when he faces someone? Is he going to make sure that he only feuds with people that have dead dads? I mean, what the fuck? What's going on here? Garcia then got in a brawl. Matt Menard came out to save him with a couple of chairs. Yeah, I mean, the Christian promo was good. Everything else sucked. Then it was Timeless Toni Storm versus Sydney Winnell, making her AEW debut. You want to see this Sydney Winnell person. Legitimately looks like she just got brought off an independent scene. Looks like she was about to wrestle tonight for $2, and Tony Khan went, no, wait, I need you to come to AEW Dynamite. That's what it looked like. This person just having her in the same ring as like someone like Toni Storm. I mean, she made Toni Storm look like the fucking Rock in here. Toni Storm wins with Deonna Purrazzo's move. This set up Deonna Purrazzo versus Madison Rayne. There was Deonna Purrazzo was walking past Toni Storm at the same time, and it showed you like the split screen. So on the left it was like normal, but then on the right where Toni Storm was standing, you had like the grey filter, the timeless filter. I think that was pretty cool. I like the way AEW done that. So I mean, that was decent, but I mean, what happened next wasn't decent. Crap match between Deonna Purrazzo and Madison Rayne. Madison Rayne got planted on top of her head, really nasty looking. The referee immediately brought a doctor to the ring, but then he said everything was okay, so the match continued, and Deonna Purrazzo just finished it straight away. So hopefully Madison Rayne's okay. Like I say, it looked nasty. I've actually uploaded a separate video on this on the channel, so if you want to see my thoughts on this injury, go ahead and check that out. But I will just say again, I thought it was ridiculous here that they actually planted her on the top of her head, and then AEW gave it the match of the move of the night. You know, what the fuck is this? How can someone potentially getting seriously injured and plant it on top of their head? How can they give that, award that the match of the night? I mean, what are they doing? You know, you shouldn't be praising this move. It was a fucking botch, and it could have resulted in someone being seriously hurt, yet they're praising this as the move of the night. Very dumb. Toni Storm comes into the ring, and then her and Deonna Purrazzo brawl. Darby Allin's here with some pictures, and then Sting says he's not happy that the Bucks have brought his kids into this. He says no one's ever brought his kids into it before, and it's personal now. But that's not really true, because back in TNA, there was a couple of times where kids' family got brought into the wrestling storyline. Sting also says that his father passed away 7 days ago. So I'm surprised that they ain't going to do Sting versus Christian Cage, since he loves a dead dad. So I don't know. But Sting, I'm not digging this. Sting and Darby Allin versus the Young Bucks doesn't work for me. Then Wardlow came out to the ring, cut a promo, just started shouting, saying that he should be a world champion, saying he's in good shape, saying he's better than everyone else. I'm just not really get behind the Wardlow train at the moment. I mean, a couple of years ago, the guy looked good. He was on that big winning streak. He was dominant. He was winning matches. He was getting built up. But then they just turned him heel, and they've put him in this shit faction, and he's just lost all momentum. So Wardlow's went for a guy that looks like AEW are trying to build to be one of their top guys. They're Goldberg, so to speak, but now he looks more like a fucking Gilbert, minus the the tiny frame body. The guy's not a star. And then we move into the main event. RVD, Hook, Hangman Page versus Samoa Joe, Brian Cage, and Swerve Strickland. There was a little interview before the match, or backstage. RVD just chilled out. Doesn't seem like he really cares. No effort here. Getting spoken down to by Hangman Page, and he just accepted it. And then he took the pinfall in the match. I mean, the match was okay. There was some like decent spots and stuff, but I mean, RVD's too good for this. If you're going to bring RVD back, can we do something good with him? Do we really just need to bring him back as an extra? Bring him back as just a spot filler in the main event? Anyone could have filled this spot. I know you could argue it's the main event. RVD should be happy he's in the main event, but he was just in here to be a guy on Hangman Page's team and take the pin. I mean, that's all it was. I think RVD deserves better. I'd like to see RVD do more in AEW. Didn't happen. Joe chokes him out, and then that's it. Joe, Swerve Strickland, and Hangman Adam Page all stare at each other, and we have Revolution, just 2 weeks away. So, is it 2 weeks, 1 week? I don't even know at this point. I won't be ordering it. I think it's going to be a fake live stream for me. Yep, sue me if you want, but I'm not paying for this shit. And that was it, guys. That was the end of your AEW Dynamite review. So, you know what? I'm going to get a 2 out of 10. I thought the Christian stuff was pretty good. We got to see Ric Flair, RVD in the main event. Sting cut an okay promo. Yeah, so it was. I mean, I've seen worse. It wasn't good. It wasn't great. Fuck, it wasn't even average. It was poor. It was pretty shit, to be honest. But I've seen a lot worse. So yeah, I'll give it a 2 out of 10, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. But tough watch, and I'm glad it's over. Till next time, peace.